chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only. Yeah, girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, it's Tara Lane here, and I'm back with another freaking video. It's like long time no see. I know I just uploaded a video, but it still feels like I've been gone for a minute. So I'm trying to hit y'all back to back, okay? Because I know y'all probably like, where's she been at? We want to know about Atlanta, like what you doing, you know, what you been getting into, all that jazz. So I'm not here today to go into in detail as of yet, but I am going to talk about like my moving process and all of that, because state to state move, girl, it ain't no hope. It is not no hope. Like it wasn't bad, but still, like, it's a lot, I feel like, that kind of goes into it, because it's like one thing moving up the street, but moving from one state to a whole nother state is just like pump the brakes, okay? So yeah, I'm here to talk about my whole like move, like, you know, expenses, the area that I moved to, all that jazz, kind of like the who, what, when, where, why, all that type of stuff. The 5 W's basically. So if you are interested in learning about my move to Atlanta, Georgia, and you just want to know a little bit more information, or you are thinking about moving to Atlanta or any other state from your home state, then definitely keep on watching. And before we do get into all this tea, since I am gonna be dropping some tea and all that other stuff, some good stuff, this is about to be a good video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna give you like a couple seconds. Hit that subscribe button, girl. I'm watching you. Alright, so I hope y'all hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of all the videos that I will be uploading from here on out, just about my move, Atlanta, and, you know, my journey out here, and all the stuff that I have coming up in store. So today I have my little handy dandy notes pad here. I got this from Burlington. That's neither here nor there. With the things that I feel like I should tell y'all that is beneficial if you are thinking about moving. And yeah, so it's pretty, I feel like I have like four main things that I want to touch on. If there is anything else, I might just, like, you know, slide it in there, or I'll leave it in the comment section. Do want to let y'all know up front, if you do have any questions about anything that I'm going to talk about, you can definitely comment them in the comment section, or you can follow me on Instagram at Tara Lane with 2 underscores, and send me a DM if you have like a more personal question or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, we really gonna be talking about state to state move process, and like the prices, like how to plan for a state to state move, jobs, living, all that type of stuff. So the first thing that I want to touch on is planning the move. So for me, this is nothing, I've said this in previous videos, like, this is not nothing that was like a spur of the moment type thing for me. I was talking about moving out of Texas for years, and I just finally actually did it. So I've always been like in the process of like going on apartments.com and just looking at apartments for the fun of it, looking at different areas, watching different people's videos on YouTube, just talking about, you know, like different areas out here, because it was either Atlanta or moving to LA. And LA was out the question. We can go ahead and talk about that right now. Was out the question because everybody know LA is hella expensive, and that's just not in the budget for right now. You got to be a little bit logical, you know what I'm saying? You got to live within your means. And I was just like, we gonna get there, but just not right now. So I made my decision to come to Atlanta. So once I made that decision, then I was really like looking at apartments probably for like 2 years, to be honest with y'all. Just like looking at apartments on apartments.com, kind of like seeing, you know, like the price range that I was in, like what kind of apartment that I could get for that price range, what kind of area it was going to be in. And then, like I said, watching YouTube videos. So it's a lot of information on YouTube just about Atlanta in general, places you should live, places you shouldn't live, places you should go, you know, and vice versa. One person that really did help me was Jimmy P. I'll put her Instagram on not Instagram, her YouTube on the screen. I mean, her Instagram is the same as her YouTube name, but she really helped me. She has like a whole playlist just full of videos talking about Atlanta. She even has a whole website that she created where she can help you. Like if you don't live here and you're looking to move, she can help you go. She'll go look at apartments for you, and you know, send you all the information, stuff like that. I was gonna do that, but I was fortunate enough to be able to book trips and stuff to come out here to look at apartments. So if that is something that you are able to do, I would highly recommend you to come out here and look at apartments. Even if you don't look at apartments, just come out here and just see if you like the environment, the atmosphere, the people, how the city is set up, because you know, every city is not set up the same. Atlanta, I would say, has a lot of like trees and hills and stuff like that. See if there's something that you know you really want to be in. And like I said, the party scene, everybody loves the party scene. The party scene out here is very lit. It's always something going on. Like, it's not hard to find a play. But that was cool for me. I'm not really a going out type person. I'll go out here and there, but I came out here more so just for like networking, for like YouTube and stuff like that, and then just like building my own personal brand. So that was my whole reason. And Atlanta is a good place for that, because it is a lot of black people out here that's doing the damn thing, and it's very easy to kind of like link up with more like different YouTubers or just people in general and be able to like start your own business and, you know, stuff like that. So that was the whole reason for me moving out here. But if you want to come out here and turn up, that's that's you, because you can definitely do that. So yeah, so definitely try to visit as much as you can to make sure that this is where you actually want to be, because I would hate for you to just move just off of what other people are telling you, and then you get out here and you like, man, I hate it out here. Like, what the hell was they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like Atlanta like that. Like, people was boosting it. So definitely try to come out here as much as you can to not only, like I said, visit, but even if you are able to come out here to look at apartments and stuff, definitely try to do that. And that kind of ties into the next bullet point under this, which is make sure you are moving for the right reason. So like for me, like I said, I came down here for a goal, like my business, my personal brand, basically my YouTube. I do want to eventually start my own business and just different stuff like that. So the networking aspect of it, that was my whole purpose for coming out here. So it would be done for me to come out here for that reason and get caught up in that turn up life, because it's easy. I'm pretty sure it's very easy to get caught up in that. So definitely, if you coming out here for one thing, make sure you keep your eye on the prize, because Atlanta, and even there's a lot of cities, hell, Dallas, where I came from, like there's a lot of places where it can suck you in, and you'll be like, man, I came out here for one thing, and here I am, you know, I'm going out every weekend spending money, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even did nothing. So I don't got nothing to show for why I moved. So definitely make sure you got your head on straight. Basically, it is a big mental challenge. So make sure you are ready for that mental challenge. That you got your head on straight as far as like what you want to do. Also being away from friends, family. I came from Dallas, like I said, from Texas, and that's like 4 states over. So I'm 11 hours away from like my family and my close friends and stuff like that. So that can be that can take a toll on a lot of people that's like very close knit with their family or very close knit with their friends. I love my people to death, but I have lived by myself pretty much since I was like 18, because I went off to college and I had a private dorm there, and then I had my own apartment for years. So it's just like, you know, I'm kind of used to it. It honestly don't even feel like I'm far away. I feel like I'm really right up the street. And plus, like, my family calls and checks on me. So make sure you are, that's neither here or there, make sure you're mentally prepared to be away from your friends and family, and you are in a space to where you are able to reach out and make new friends. You know, sometimes I know personally, when I was younger, I used to be very shy and like, I ain't gonna talk to them unless they talk to me, one of those type of people. But it's just like, you're not gonna grow like that, especially coming to a whole new state and you don't know anybody like that. You'll just spend all of your time pretty much sitting in the apartment, and that's boring. Like, why move to another state if you just gonna do that? You could have just stayed at home. So be open-minded to meet new people, reach out to people. We have social media for a reason. Reach out to people like, hey, I see you live in Atlanta, I just moved here, let's link up, you know what I'm saying? So let's go out to eat. Most people are very nice. So if it don't work out, that friendship, move on to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And it's, if you get a job out here too, that's another good thing. You'll be able to meet people at work. That's another thing I want to touch on, because Atlanta is small. The actual Atlanta is small, but the outskirts is like what makes Atlanta seem like it's big. So I live in Sandy Springs. That's like 15 minutes out of the city, so it's 15 minutes for me to get everywhere. Sandy Springs is very, very nice, a very nice area. And I forgot what I was saying. Oh, jobs. Make sure either you get you a job before you find your apartment, or find your apartment and get a job. Just because everybody know Atlanta traffic is hell, and you don't want to be fighting traffic every single day just to get to work. You sit in traffic for 45 minutes to an hour just to get up the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, my job is literally 7 minutes away. So, and I don't have to get on the freeway. I can just, ride the street. So definitely keep that in mind. Cause yeah, you don't want to be late every day to work just because you fighting traffic, and lose your job. So yeah. And, next would be do your research. I know a lot of people probably just up and move on a whim, like, hey, people say Atlanta lit, they say all this good stuff about Atlanta, I'm gonna just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just move, which is fine. But it's really good to do your research, because me coming from Texas, Texas has no state taxes. Georgia does. So I had to do my research on state taxes to see what the hell that is, how that works. You know what I'm saying? So I have to take that into account now. And then also, when you're moving from state to state, you have to switch over your registration, your tags, and your license and all that stuff. I haven't did it yet. I've only been here for a week. I think they said you have to do it within 60 days. But then I saw some people say you don't have to do it until your car is until you own your car. I don't know I know the 60 days thing is probably true. But coming from insurance, yeah, I think it is 60 days that you have to switch it over. So yeah, you have to take that into account. That's money right there, as far as like switching over all that stuff. And then when I say do your research, also, like I was saying previously, make sure you research the area that you are wanting to be in. Like, do you want to be close by like grocery stores? Do you want to be close by the mall? Do you want to be close by the city? If you like to go out, do you want to be downtown Atlanta? Like, you know what I'm saying? So definitely keep that in mind. Look into apartments that's around the area that you want to be in. For me personally, like I said, I don't go out like that. I'm only 15 minutes from the city, so it's a quick drive, but I don't need to be right there in the vicinity of all what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have grocery stores right here. I have Perimeter Mall that's only like 10 minutes away. Like, I'm good. But it's all on your preference. Also, a good page to follow is ATL Scoop. Like, you scooping some ice cream, ATL Scoop. I follow them on Instagram. It'll probably scare you a little bit because it shows like any type of crime and stuff that's going on. But it's like, it's good to know that, because you see the crime happening. Maybe you'll see crime happening in one area all the time, and like, oh hell, I ain't finna move there. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely highly recommend following that page. They also post like different food places you can try. They just post a lot of different things, so it's very informative. So definitely follow ATL Scoop if you want to be in the loop, period. The next so after planning your move, planning all that, doing the behind the scene works, now we're gonna move on to, when do you want to move? Do you want to move in the summertime? Do you want to move in spring? Do you want to move when it's cold outside? Definitely want to take into account the weather. If you're moving in summer, like I did, I just moved in June, it was hot as hell. Like, we was dripping sweat. So definitely keep that in mind. If you move when it's cold, you might not be hot, but you might be cold. You know what I'm saying? It might be snowing, it might be ice on the ground, a little bit more weather conditions when it's cold outside. So definitely keep that in mind. I have heard from Jimmy and like other people that, I'm pretty sure it's true though, like in the warm or colder months, like around the holidays and stuff, most people are not moving. They're trying to settle down, so the apartment prices are cheaper around that time because a lot of people are not moving. But then also the availability might not be there. And then in the summertime, the availability is there because people's like, moving, migrating, going to different places. but the prices are higher, so definitely kind of like, you know, keep your eye on that. Another thing, for my personal experience, you have to act fast. These apartments, everybody, y'all know Atlanta is what's popping right now. These apartments be going fast as hell, okay? I'll be on apartments.com looking at an apartment like, oh, okay, I'm gonna call them, you know, do all this stuff tomorrow, or, you know, and then the next day I check and the apartment is gone, or the price then hiked up like $300. So it's like, when you see something and you know that's what you want, and you see like the pictures and stuff, you got to act on it. It's like now with COVID and stuff, a lot of places are able to send you like virtual tours, which is good, so you can kind of still see it if you're not in the city, and if you're not in Georgia at all, you can still kind of see it, you know, get a vibe for it. Some apartments will actually probably call you on FaceTime some type of way, and then kind of walk around and show you that way. Me personally, I have my friend, she lives here, so she was able to call me on FaceTime and kind of walk around the apartment so I can see it that way. But there's a lot of, you know, different ways that you can kind of see the apartment to make your decision if you're not able to actually come down here. And sometimes it's just like you got to go out on a limb with a leap of faith, basically, because right now, where I am right now, it's not 100%, you know, I love my apartment, don't get me wrong, but it's not like 100% of what I had in my head from what the front office told me. A lot of the stuff is different, but we're not gonna get into that. That's a story time for another day. But it's just kind of like you have to go out on a limb, and it's just like, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm only here for a year. This was just to get me down here, and now when I move, I'm already here, so I'll be able to go in person and see different places. So you know what I'm saying? But I'm still in a good area, so I'm not like in the hood or nothing, but this was just to get me down here, basically. Okay, and then also keep in mind when you are looking into moving, like your move-in date, basically. So I moved in at the end of June. June 26th was my move-in date. So I ended up having to pay the prorated for June, so like from the 26th to the 1st. And then I went ahead and paid my July's rent too. Well, I had to pay it. They like included it. I think after the 20th of the month, they go ahead and include the next month's rent into your move-in cost. It's the 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there. So if you move before the 20th, you'll probably just have to pay the prorated for that month. But then you have to keep in mind, like if you move in on 15th, keep in mind you're gonna have to turn around and pay full month's rent again within 15 days. So I kind of like it how I did it. I just paid July's rent as well as the prorated for June up front, and I don't have to worry about paying rent again until August 1st. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Or you could just move in on the 1st, and you know, you don't have to worry about prorating and doing all that other stuff. So keep that in mind when you are looking as far as like your moving day. And then also, if you are in a current, like an apartment right now, when your current lease is up, because you want to be out of that apartment before, you know, your lease is up, or they're gonna be charging you. So you want to do this as costly, efficient as possible. That's me, period. Like, I want to do it as cheap but efficient as possible. Because like I said, state to state move can get tricky, and it can be very expensive depending on where you're coming from. Number 3, I kind of talked about this already. Where do you want to move? Like I said, just kind of do your research as far as like the different areas and stuff that's in the Atlanta area and the surrounding cities, the crime rate, follow the ATL Scoop page. Like I said, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that kind of talk about the different areas, where to move, where not to move. I can't really give y'all that type of tea right now, just because like I said, I've only been here for a week, so I don't really know. But as time goes on, I'll probably definitely make a video letting y'all know, you know, where you should be and where you shouldn't be, especially coming from, you know, you down here, you're not at home, basically. So yeah, definitely do your research on that, because I would hate for y'all to come out here, because they like to break in cars out here. I'm gonna tell y'all that. They will break in your car in a heartbeat. And that's all I be seeing on the ATL Scoop page. So definitely make sure you're not somewhere where they like to break in cars, or definitely keep that in mind, basically. Don't keep nothing in your car, all that jazz. Write down what you want in your apartment and what you don't want. So what's negotiable, what's non-negotiable. So like for me personally, I wanted hardwood floors throughout my apartment. The carpet in the bedroom is fine, but like in the living room and stuff, I wanted hardwood floors. As y'all can see, I do have carpet in my living room, which is one of the things that I was talking about. They told me that I would have hardwood floors, and I don't have hardwood floors, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, stuff like that. Do you want an island in your kitchen, or can you do without an island? Do you want a big bathroom or a big closet? You know, think about stuff like that and keep that in mind, because sometimes some stuff you can negotiate on. You know, some stuff you can be like, I can do without that, and some stuff is like a hard no. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Me personally, I needed a nice size bathroom because I like to do my makeup. I like to have a long sink area so I can have my makeup stuff out. You know, I'm doing my hair and all that type of stuff. I hate working on those little baby sinks. And I needed a big closet. I have a lot of clothes, I have a lot of shoes, and I needed space for that stuff. So that's why I wasn't really tripping about the carpet, because, you know, yeah. So definitely make you a list about what you want, what you don't want, what you are willing to negotiate on, what stuff is like a hard no. So yeah, sometimes you may have to compromise, but like I said, it's only a year lease. Years go by fast. You can move up from there. But don't settle too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't settle too much. And then also the security, that was another thing for me. Coming from a whole nother state, I wouldn't say I'm here by myself, but I'm here by myself. You know what I'm saying? So security was another thing for me. Like, I like apartments where you have to scan the key fob to get into everything. Like my last apartment, to get in any door, you had to have a key fob or the door code. So that was another thing that I was looking for. My safety is my top priority. Other things I can kind of probably scale back on if my safety is where I need it to be. So definitely keep that in mind, especially for us females. Don't settle for that at all. Like, your safety, even if it's an apartment that does not have the scan key things, make sure that apartment, I think majority of the apartments in Atlanta have gates, which is a good thing, but make sure that gate work. Okay, my apartments, they leave the gate open like during the day, I guess, for like during business hours, and on the weekends at night, if the gate is closed, you got to have a key fob or a code to get in. So definitely make sure, if you go to the apartments and you see them in the gate open, you need to ask them, hey, did this gate work? And make sure they ain't lying to you either. If you see somebody walking around, be like, hey, do y'all gate work? When do y'all gate close? You know, stuff like that. So yeah. And the last thing that I have here, I might do a part 2 to this video because I feel like I have more stuff I need to talk about. But the last thing that I have for this video is write down your expenses, which is a good thing. I like to write stuff down. Y'all see, like I have a notebook for everything. Okay. I like to write stuff down because I like to know what I'm getting myself into before I jump into it. And you don't want to plan all this stuff and then come down to it, you don't have enough money, or you got to fork up more money than you thought you was going to have to. So make sure you save. I would say at least about, depending on where you want to live and stuff like that. Of course, the nicer apartments are going to be more expensive. Atlanta itself, I guess, since everybody's coming out here, it's getting expensive. So you can even live in not the nicest of the nicest apartment and still be paying over $1,200. And I feel like that's just anywhere, not even Atlanta, because Dallas was getting like that. So definitely, I would say at least try to save up for 2 years. So save up a good, like at least 2 months rent, utilities and stuff like that. If you save more, that's perfect. Just because you never know what the job situation may be when you come out here, and you know, stuff like that. So make sure you have more to fall on than less. Besides that though, with moving state to state, of course, I had to pay for a moving truck. So you want to kind of price different companies and how much the trucks cost. So me, I personally only looked at 2. I looked at U-Haul, which is popular, everybody know U-Haul, and then I looked at Budget Truck Rental. I think they're partnered with Avis car rental place. Budget actually came out cheaper. It was like $600 and something compared to U-Haul was like $900. So I definitely went with Budget. Now Budget was a little ratchet, but it got us here. Okay, it made that a 11-hour drive here. So definitely keep that in mind. Wherever I can save some money, that's what, $400 savings, I'ma definitely do that. Then you gotta think about gas. I know we probably had to stop for gas about 3 or 4, don't quote me, 3 or 4 times, and I had to fill up the truck plus my car. So definitely factor that in. That was probably like a good maybe $300, $300 or $400. So we racking up already like $660 for the truck, about $400 for gas. That's if you driving like a truck and your car. Now you can put your car on the back of the truck so you don't have to worry about the gas in your car, and save money there, but whatever. And then like I said, your deposit, your rent, you want to calculate how much that's gonna be, like the whatever the move-in cost is, as well as your deposit. Make sure you have that saved up. Utilities, of course, you're gonna have to cut off all your old utilities at your old address and turn everything on at the new address, and the bills gonna start rolling in. So factor in, hey, I gotta pay for here in my apartments, the water is paid through like with the rent, so but that's still a utility. You gotta pay for rent. I gotta pay for electricity. I have to get groceries, that's an expense. I need to, of course, the other expenses like your car note, insurance. Insurance is another thing. Once you change your address to your new place, your insurance may increase. So definitely quote that as well. A lot of people don't know that, but like I said, I work in the insurance industry. And yeah, when you move from one address to another address, even if it's in the same zip code, it don't matter. Your insurance can increase. And then what else? If you want to have Netflix and all that type of stuff, factor in all that, all your utilities, girl, factor it in. And then of course, most apartments require renters insurance, so you got to get renters insurance. I know some apartments, they offer for you to, they have a company that they go through and you can put that in with your rent. I have my own renters insurance through Assurance, so you want to luckily my renters insurance went down, but you still want to calculate that expense. I already mentioned like changing your tags, registration, and stuff like that on your car. And then also, before you even get the apartment, application fees and stuff. Them application fees and all that stuff be expensive, and they can definitely rack up. So I would say when you are looking at apartments, make sure it's something that you would really, really like and that you really, really want before you start dishing out application fees and all that type of stuff. And another thing, they're going to be running your credit, and you don't want all these different places running credit. And you know, when you get your credit ran by these places, it knocks your credit score down, so you don't want all that. So make sure when you are applying, it's a place that you are ready to move, that you want to move in if you are approved. So because application fees, like I said, and stuff, that stuff can rack up. And then last but not least, I just wanted to include for Atlanta in general, Atlanta is a place where you will have to hustle. You have to hustle. Like, it's cool to have a 9-to-5, but you have to have something that's going for yourself. Like I said, this city is steadily growing. The population is increasing, so the rent and stuff is going to keep going up. I pray that it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it will definitely keep going up. So you have to make sure that you, and that's just anywhere, to be honest, you want to have multiple streams of income, because you never know when you're gonna fall on hard times. So keep your 9-to-5, girl. There's plenty of the jobs that you can do as far as getting some extra money that you can work from home, or Instacart, DoorDash, driving for Uber, all that stuff. It's a lot of ways to hustle. If you want to get in the booty club, go on, girl, and get in the booty club. Get up there for me, because I don't have the courage to do it. But if I have to, if my rent needs to be due and I have to go to the booty club, I will. Okay. Period. But yeah, y'all, so that's it for this video. I feel like I touched on pretty much everything that I wanted to touch on. Like I said, if y'all do have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below, or you can message me on Instagram. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And oh, before we end, for this hair, if y'all like this wig and all that other stuff, I will leave the link to this video down in the description box. I did just upload a video all about this wig and stuff like that, so yeah, y'all go check it out. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want to be here with me for this Atlanta journey, meeting new friends and meeting new people and all that jazz, definitely hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I love y'all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.